Hi, thank you for getting on to watch this recording. My name is Teresa Hansen, and I am a mother of two, a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, as I'm doing this video. I'm a wife. I'm also an online health and fitness coach. It's called a Beachbody coach. That's why you're on here, right? To find out what exactly this whole Beachbody thing is and what it means to be a coach, and if you can do it. That is what this recording is all about, and I'm hoping I can answer a lot of your questions. So I'm going to share where I am now. I'm going to share where I came from and how I was able to use becoming a Beachbody coach to find the best version of myself and find my place in the world. So I'm going to tell you where I am now. Okay. And then I'm going to share a little bit of background of me, of where I was when I started, because I really think a lot of times people don't want to even consider this way of earning an income or, a career because of certain misconceptions people may have about what it takes to be a successful coach. And I'm probably the one example of everything that people think the reasons that they should not become a coach. I was all of those, and now I am a very, successful business owner. I'm a successful Beachbody coach, and so that's what this is what this video is really going to be about, to explain that, and then just give you a little background about Beachbody and what it takes to be a coach, and all the technical stuff. But I'm going to start with my story first, and I'm not starting this. I hope nobody's taking this like I'm tooting my own horn or that I am bragging. But I am proud of what I have accomplished in the 6+ years that I have been a coach. It was not easy. It took work. It took some sacrificing of time and shows and sleep, to get where I am now. So I am proud. And like I said, I'm not sharing this because I want to brag, but I want to share because I want to let you guys know what can be accomplished by being a coach. So as of right now, our team, my team, Team Motivate, has worked hard and earned the title of Elite 2 years in a row for 2014 and 2015. Also, last year in 2015, in October, I was inducted into Beachbody's Millionaire Club. What does that mean? Means that in the 6 years, it was six plus a couple months years, I have earned a total of $1 million or more at that time by being a coach. So in 6 years and a couple months, I was able to earn that much for my family, which, let me tell you, is crazy to even think about. It's still kind of surreal to me to know that that has happened in such a short amount of time. But it happened and I accomplished that, and it keeps adding up. It hasn't stopped. Also too, about 3 years ago, I left my web developer position to be a full-time mommy and to be a full-time health and fitness coach. It was a scary thing, I mean, tell you, because that's just not what we were, or at least that's not how I was brought up to believe that's what you did to earn an income to provide for your family by going off and being an entrepreneur, working for yourself. But I was able to do that because I wanted to be home, and I had found an opportunity that I could not only work on myself, make myself healthy, make my family healthy, encourage them and, instill very good healthy habits, and earn an amazing, amazing income by helping others do exactly the same thing. Like it was so crazy, but this exactly how my life has, unfolded. I have also earned the title of Success Club Legend. And what that means is that as of now, as I'm doing this video, I have consecutively for 38 months helped at least, and many times it's been a lot more than that, than 3 people, but I've helped at least 3 people start their journey into health and fitness, or even their own journey into their business, and able to mentor them to have a successful business. So, so that's, it was over 2 years. I've been consistently helping others. So I was able to earn that title. And by being consistent in that is how I was able to earn every other title. And my team has been able to earn that title of Elite. So And today, money is not, we all have issues. It's life where we'll have disappointments and problems, but money is not one of them. I heard a really awesome quote this couple days ago. Is like, people who say money can't solve your problems don't know how the right places to shop. And it's not saying that money is everything, but it does alleviate a lot of stress when you're not constantly checking your bank account and afraid for things to bounce, afraid that you can't pay your electricity bill or your water bill, or you're not going to be able to get to the checkout for your groceries. Those are all things that happened to me at once, or had happened to very close friends of mine that don't have that fear anymore because they decided to be a coach. So that's all great, right? I'm in the millionaire club and I'm earning six-figure income about 5 times over. I'm helping other people on my team, other wonderful mothers on my team, earn six-figure incomes themselves, and able to, there's women on my team that have retired from their jobs, retired their husbands from their jobs, retired from the military. That's all great. But you're probably still thinking like, that's what you can do, right? It's not something that I can do. So let me just back it up here, and I'm going to screen share. I'm going to start my little presentation here that I did with some cool pictures. So let me get that up, and you can still see me. I'll put me over here so that you can still kind of see my face. Let me get this situated. There we go. I'm kind of small there, but okay, so let's start this. So again, this is me, at this time, I'm a 2015 also Elite Star Diamond coach. My 2 children, I've been with my husband for 14 years. I was a developer. This is me. This is my family. This is my husband. I kind of give you like where I am now and what, the amazing place that we are and how much we love our life because of the decision of becoming a coach. So this is also me. This is me when I decided to become a coach. See, 6 years ago, I was overweight, overworked, not happy in my skin. I had no idea really what to do when it came to working out. I'd never had any kind of fitness background. I never had any kind of nutrition background. That person right there thought lean cuisines were healthy and starving yourself was the way to go, which apparently that didn't work. I tried potions, lotions, eating grapefruit, eating cabbage, eating no carbs, eating carbs, anything that I saw in a magazine or somebody said that it worked for them, I tried it. And it wreaked havoc on my system, on my immune system. It wreaked havoc on my metabolism because I just wasn't eating. So, every time I maybe lost a little, I gained it back. And then I even looked bigger than I was before because I was losing so much muscle, because at that time too, I was so scared to lift weights. I thought if I lift weights, I was going to look like a man. My father was very into lifting weights when I was younger, so I had those images in my mind and those misconceptions in my mind that if I lifted weights, I was going to look like a man. So, I stayed away from that. If I went to the gym, it was treadmill or the elliptical, just really had, honestly, I don't know how much more I can stress. I had no knowledge of anything about fitness, about nutrition. But I knew I needed a change. I had tried so many other things, and apparently that didn't work. They kept looking for that secret sauce, but I found out there is no secret sauce. It's all about working out, eating good, and being consistent, not being militant about it. And, you're on it every single day. That's just not real life unless you're, doing a competition or something. But, for real life, to be consistent. And if you have a day, you come back, it's all about real life. So that's where I started. So if you think that you cannot be, that you're just in the beginning of your journey, if you're overweight, unhealthy, you don't feel good about yourself, you don't feel good about your skin, that you cannot be a successful coach, here's a perfect example of yes, you can. And this is where I started. If you feel that you have no fitness background, you don't even understand how anybody would follow you, that's me right there. And this is where I started. The picture that is on your right is my before picture that I took before I started Insanity. And that's where I got started. I got Insanity for my birthday and I started working out. And another misconception that I know a lot of people talk about is, because I have built 95% of my business through Facebook, through social media, a little bit on Twitter, some on Instagram, but mainly on Facebook, that you're not somebody that posts on Facebook. I get it. I didn't either. I honestly took me about a year and like thousands of requests from people to get on Facebook, and I never did. And then I finally did, and then I was on Facebook, and I never even did anything with it until I got Insanity, and there was kind of like more of a buzz about, finding a community on there to other people that were doing Insanity because it was brand new. So that's how I got started. And I still to this day, I'm still not that person that loves to share everything. Maybe you don't see that, but it does take me, it took me a long time to get to that part to share everything, but it really came down to staying the way I was and not sharing what was going on in my life, or sharing more and more so I could reach more people, help change more people's lives, and help change my life. Like the idea and the fear of sharing so much, or maybe not even the fear of it, but just the uncomfortableness of sharing so much on Facebook and posting so much on Facebook and not knowing what to post on Facebook. If you ever see my very early ones, there were just tons of shares of links and, and stuff like that, and just not really having good direction at that time when I first started. But I just did it anyways because it was told to me, and I'm telling you, if you want something different in your life, you have to do something different. So if you weren't posting and not comfortable and it's time to get uncomfortable, and it's really going to change what's going on in your life to give you a better future for you and your family. So no, I didn't start off being this most comfortable person of selfies and sharing and everything like that. I didn't. I was this person who was very uncomfortable in her skin and didn't want to share much of anything. And as the years went on, I got a little bit more comfortable, but it's still a little scary. So that is another misconception. I was not a big time sharer on social media. So that's where I started, and so like I said, a lot of people think, okay, and another thing that I didn't have is I didn't have a huge following. Honestly, a lot of my friends, when I first told them what I was doing, that I was going to become this coach, and I changed from just being a coach for the discount on Shakeology to actually wanting to run this business as a business, they thought I was crazy, because before even I started Insanity, I was the party girl. I smoked all the time. I was at happy hour. I just was not somebody. When they thought of T, they did not think of fitness and health. They thought T is the fun person, maybe because she was drinking so much, but they did not think of me as a fitness person. So it was like, you're going to do what? You're going to be a coach? So no, I did not have a following either. I didn't have a lot of people that were friends of mine on Facebook that believed that this was something that was going to turn into what it has turned into 6 years later. But because of social media, because I was able to get comfortable with being uncomfortable and sharing and posting workout selfies and posting my Shakeology recipes that I loved and maybe some ones I didn't love so much, as I did that, I was able to meet more people, and more people who were looking for help were able to find me as well. So that is one of the reasons you start sharing more on social media, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you feel most comfortable with. This is because you can reach more people, and you're not confined to just your small circle of friends or your coworkers or your family. Social media gives you the avenue to find more people, and that's how you become, more successful with this. But you do have to get a little bit out of your comfort box if you want to be successful. So that is where I started. So me right now, and this is 2016 that this is being recorded, I have earned so much money. We have no worries about bills, or we just got back from taking my family to a wonderful beach house vacation for a week in Mexico. My dad, my aunt, my children, and my husband, and we don't even blink. Like, this is not something that was even feasible 6 years ago. I remember, I'll tell you a quick little story before I go on. There was a time where I cried in my bathroom because I had a water bill that I couldn't pay, but I didn't want anybody to know. I didn't even want that my husband now, but at that time he was my boyfriend. I didn't want him to know that I could not pay a freaking water bill. I mean, it was, I think, like probably like $30, not even that. It was a water bill in an apartment. And I had to admit to myself that I wasn't able to do this. I had a degree in engineering mathematics. See, that's my background too. I have a degree in engineering mathematics. I was a web developer for so many years, since 2001. So I was supposed to be able to at least afford living on my own in a small apartment, and I couldn't even pay my water bill. Like, that was embarrassing to me that I couldn't do that. And then, there was times where I couldn't go to lunch. Every single day I checked my bank account to see what was being paid, what went through, what hadn't gone through, to see what I could get through to the day if I could get groceries and it was just me. I didn't even have children at that time. That's just what I had to be able to live on my own. My mom would send me some money just because she knew I would never ask for it, but she knew I needed it to get by day to day. So I was at that point where I couldn't afford things, but I didn't want to go home. I didn't want to go live with my parents, even though I got laid off 3 months after I graduated from college. It was just all these things I just knew that I had to do something. And I went from job to job trying to find something stable. And you know what? The thing about corporate America is that no matter how awesome your employer is, you're still an employee. You're not working for your goal. You're working for somebody else's. That's just the way it is. And when push comes to shove, if you're not the owner, you could get the boot, and I got that. So now, 6 years later, I check my bank account. I don't, we're that part, we're just so free of that burden. But it's because I got out of my comfort zone and worked hard to make this a successful business. And I started like that. So if you think that becoming a coach is not for you, and also too, one more misconception that I hear, I don't have time. I hear that all the time. I'm so busy. When I started, I was working about 70 hours a week, weekends, Sundays, sometimes Saturdays, to get projects out. I would wake up in the morning and do some work. I would do some at lunchtime on my break. I would do it in the evenings. I would go to bed late. I would wake up early, trying to learn what I needed to do, because when I first started, we didn't have the stuff that we have right now in Beachbody. We didn't have trainings. We didn't have Coach Basics. We didn't have challenge packs. It's all this new stuff that we have now that helps somebody who is a brand new coach be successful right away. We didn't have that back then. So it was kind of like everybody just trying to figure it out on their own, trainings on social media, trainings on Facebook ads, and just all that stuff that wasn't there back then. So it was just really, trying to figure this all out. And so I was doing it on the side. I was doing, like I said, in the morning before I would go to work, and at lunch breaks, so I was figuring out how to fit it into my life. And that's what being a coach is fitting it into your life, not the other way around. And there is some sacrificing. Not so much watching TV. I didn't go to happy hour like I used to go to happy hour, but that was helping my health as well. But I found the time. And if you want something better in your life, you're going to find the time. If it's important to you, you find the time. If it's not important to you, you find an excuse. So time, I know, you're going to say, I have children, I have this, right now, I do a work around my children's schedule, and they went to school in the morning, and then now they're taking their nap, and that's what I'm doing this video. So I work around that so that I can still continue to grow this business and help others do the same thing, so that I can have my one goal of never having to work for somebody and being the boss of my time. So that is, don't time, you have time if you want to make it. You're not at your fitness goal, that's okay. Either was I, and either was so many other coaches that started that have successful 6-figure businesses the way that I have been able to create, and the way that I can mentor you, and don't have to do it as long as I did, because I did the groundwork already. And what was the other one? Don't have a big following, the people around you don't want to get fit or healthy. That's okay. That's the power of social media. You get comfortable with social media, and which is something that I can help you with and mentor you with, that you can use it. So those are like the biggest misconceptions that I found. And I hope that by sharing where I came from, where I started, I was a web developer that liked to be in a hole and not talk to anybody. And 6 years later, this is where I am at, and I do this full time. I want to work around my children's schedule so that I am active in their lives and I get to create so many memories with them and never miss a milestone, and get to go to school when they need me. And, gymnastics, we can do any kind of activity with them and never even think twice about not being able to afford it. And never think twice about that I can't do it because I have to be at work. I make my schedule. You can make your schedule. It, like I said, still requires work. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not a sprint to be successful in this business. It's a marathon, but it's worth it. So that is a little me in a nutshell. If you want to learn more about my story, where I come from, like I said, my parents were not entrepreneurs. My family and my mom's side, they were migrant workers. So it's really crazy to think that I come from migrant workers to being a millionaire. My father's side, my grandparents, they were mechanics and housekeepers, house cleaners. They worked in factories. That is my background, but I always wanted something more. And now I found it in a very non-traditional way, but it's totally doable. You don't need a background in fitness to be successful in this. You just need to be passionate. You need to want to help people, and you have to be willing to work. And that's what's going to be the secret sauce. So that's me. So let's get into a little bit more about what we have to help people. Okay, so you heard my story. Who is Beachbody? What does coach mean? So you can see on the screen here, we have many, many programs to help yourself and to help your friends and family and your new friends to be healthy and fit. We have programs from people who are just starting out in their fitness journey or maybe haven't worked out in 20, 30, 40 years. People who have injuries, we have workouts for that, to the crazy fitness people that love to sweat and jump and just be totally crazy, but maybe not have the time to go to a gym, and they can do it right at their homes. We have it all. We have stuff for people who love yoga. We have stuff for people who love lifting and cardio and dance. And, just anything, we have it. We have stuff, we see the Ultimate Reset is just to get your body back in tune to where it's supposed to be, really maybe lived a really unhealthy life, or, they just need a detox. They need to get back to square one to get their body prime. We have a 3-day refresh, which is kind of like the reset, but it's only 3 days. And it's great when you just get back from a vacation, eating and indulging. You can get right back on track, get a kickstart into your fitness. Tons of supplements. We have a performance line, a pre-workout drink, a post-workout drink, all natural, all with natural ingredients, no artificial sweeteners or anything like that. Everything is about health and being healthy and clean and eating the stuff that's going to help your body, not just taste good, and we have equipment as well that goes with all the different workouts. So we have something for everybody. It's not just crazy insanity or crazy P90X, we have something for everybody and for every age range, we have it for everybody, and family fitness. We also have Shakeology. I don't know if you've heard about this before or whoever invited you, but Shakeology is really the key ingredient to health and somebody's health, and also a key ingredient to your business. So if you're going to be a coach, you want to be drinking this unless there's some kind of medical reason that it can't, which I hardly ever have heard in 6 years. There are a few, but I very rarely that I've heard that. But we have have 6, but we have a new one, Cafe Latte. We have vegan, we have regular, non-vegan. Shakeology is really the key ingredient. It helps you with your immune system. It builds your immune system. It has prebiotics, probiotics to help with your digestive system. It gives you natural energy because your body is getting the nutrients it needs. There's no added stimulants or appetite suppressors or anything like that. It's just whole foods in a glass, 70 superfoods that keeps your body working the way it's supposed to. So that's why you get the energy. It's how I've been able, when I didn't have children, I was able to sleep on only a few hours of sleep to get this business going. And now with 2 kids, it helps me, keep up with them when they're awake and stay up when I need to be working or housework. I still got to take care of a house. So, it's just, I have not personally have been sick twice, like really sick. I have had the flu. I had a sinus infection in 2 years, 2 times in the last 6 years that I've been drinking this almost every day. And I was the person that got sick every time the weather changed. Strep throat, sore throats, fevers, every time the weather changed, I was sick, and it's been like that since I was little. I've always had issues with my stomach, of not being able to go to the bathroom since I was really little. I mean, my aunt always had like this special drink for me because I needed the extra fiber to help my inners work, and I haven't, have that problem, since I started drinking Shakeology. So, I mean, it really, like I said, it's a key ingredient for your health, and it's a key ingredient for your business because it's going to help your network of people be healthy as well. And that just helps your business because you say, hey, this is what's happening, for my friends and family, that the cholesterols are getting lower. They're losing weight around their midsection, so that's lowering their chances for heart disease. So much really good stuff. We can go more into Shakeology on a later, privately, but it is a really key ingredient to both your business and your health. So what makes Beachbody, unique? And as I showed you the fitness part, we have tons and tons of workouts. We have new one coming out in a couple weeks. I mean, there's always something new in the pipeline to match all the different needs that we have. Nutrition, we showed you every workout that we have comes with a meal plan, comes with a guide. With 21-day fix, the containers are coming with all the new workouts so that we have portion control because that's totally key. And we have Shakeology. You got the peer support. That's us. That's us coaches, the peer support. We run online fitness groups to make sure that people, when they buy it, just doesn't go on the shelf and collect dirt, or dust. We're here to help you start that workout, finish that workout, and redo it again if you need to. And tons of rewards that comes from Beachbody, that comes from your personal coach that you signed up with. You get recognition, you get money. There's a lot of things just by being healthy. That's what makes us so unique. There's nothing out there that you can get that whole package in one place. So let's talk about the peer support. Here are some pictures of some of the amazing people that are on our team. We have like Super Saturdays every quarter. We have yearly summits that we get to meet up because there's coaches, Team Motivates all over the country. And we get to meet up at all these huge events and just, I've met some of my best friends that I never would have met in my life and have been missing out if I was not a coach and met them through social media, and some that I've rekindled friendships with that I either haven't spoken to for a long time or, maybe had a falling out, and now we've come together on a common ground and it's a more beautiful relationship than we probably ever would have had. And so, but the thing about our coaches is we're all just normal people doing extraordinary things of changing other lives to be more healthy. And a lot of times people say, well, it's so saturated. There's so many coaches out there. Yeah, but there's only you. There's only one you and only one your story. And somebody's going to relate to that story. Do you know how many overweight and obese people we have in America? Believe me, we don't have that many coaches to handle and to help that many. And so just because there may be a lot of coaches now, there's so much more people out there that need our help, and they will relate to you way better than any of the other 400,000 coaches that we have because you are the only one with your story. So don't worry about that either. Okay, so let's talk about, we talked earlier about my story and where I started as a coach. So let's do that again. Let's talk about what a coach is and what a coach doesn't have to be. Let's talk about that first. Okay, so again, you don't have to be a fitness and nutrition expert. I told you that. I was nowhere near that. I was a computer programmer. I got a Bachelor of Science in Engineering Math, had nothing to do with fitness or nutrition. When I was in college, I went to the gym twice, and that was one to work out. All I did really was just bitch and moan the whole time, so I was mad that I was there because I hated to work out. And the second time was to see my roommate play a water sport. I don't even remember what it was. It was so long ago. So no, it wasn't. I didn't like working out. I didn't have the faintest idea what to do, so you don't have to have that when you start to be a coach. And like I said, you don't have to be at your goal. I showed you the picture earlier of where I was when I started 6 years ago. I was nowhere near. You saw the picture. I don't need to go in more description about that. And you don't have to be an experienced salesperson. Another example, let me share you. I've had one sales job in my life, and I almost got fired. Yes, the girl was going to fire me. And it's funny because she's now a coach on my team and probably one of my top, not probably, is one of the top coaches on my team. But she was going to fire me because I sucked at selling. It was because I didn't know anything about fashion. I didn't have a passion for it. And so now I actually have a passion for this. So you can say that I sell P90X and Insanity, and really it's not a bad thing to say that you sell it, because I use it too. So how is that so bad that I sell something that I use myself? I don't, so if sharing sounds better, or selling, believe me, since you were little, you were selling something. You were getting your parents to come wake you up at the middle of the night, or wake your parents up in the middle of the night to change your diaper or drink your milk. You figured out how that worked. That's still selling, You're getting somebody to do something, is what that definition is. So being a salesperson is not bad. And I was sucked at it when it was something that I wasn't passionate about and almost got fired. I got really good at it here because I am passionate about it and I believe in it. I believe in the workouts. I believe that Shakeology is the best thing for me and for my whole family and for you. That's why I'm able to share it or sell it, whatever the terminology you want to use. So you don't have to be an experienced salesperson. You just have to start loving it. And the only way you're going to love it is if you drink it or if you do the workouts and see the progress. And you will if you follow the plan. So all that stuff, maybe you sucked at selling before. You probably sucked at it before because you didn't like what you were selling. That's really what it comes down to. So those things you don't have to be a coach. But let me move my face out of the way. Here, what should a coach be? You should share. A coach should be sharing how people change their lives and achieve their goals. So you want to be sharing what you're doing. So you're drinking it, you share it on Facebook. You're working out, you share it. You share your progress. Even one little pound, any little progress you share it, it's going to inspire somebody. So you want to share that. So you have to be willing to share that and get out of your comfort zone and share. You have to be committed to be proof of the product. The only way you're going to love the products and love what it does for you is if you use it. And let me tell you, if you use it, you're going to love it. That's what you should be doing. And you have to always continuing to be improving yourself. And we're very, 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 very sticklers about that. And it's really not a bad thing to be pushing down your throat as personal development, because it really makes you better. If you're working on yourself, everybody around you is going to be better for it. And then you're going to inspire them to do the same. So let's talk about the benefits of being a coach. If you see that picture over here, that's my son when he was still little, and so we were working because he decided not to take a nap. He's not a napper. So, the benefits of being a coach. Let me just break that down real quick. You set your own hours. You can be a full-time coach or you can be a part-time coach. It's all of what you want and what your freedom means. You may just want to work this business to have extra money to put into savings or for vacations, or you can want it to be your full-time career so that you can use your free time to do other things that you love. I quit my day job to do this full-time, but I didn't add in more time. I just use that time now, that I got rid of my daytime job to do other things that I love, which is my children and being active in their lives. You can build this online, in person, or both. I've done this 95% on Facebook and Twitter, a little bit on Instagram, but it works well for me as being a mom, that I don't have to be at these meetings and try to find, babysitters and all this stuff. It works for me. Somebody else who may not have children, they can do other things. They can do things more, locally or live. And that's great. You can do it. This business, you fit this business into your personality. That's what makes it so amazing. And you get to share your passion and attract people, and you get to pick who you want your business partners with. Have you ever been to, you go to work and it's like you just don't like your coworkers, they just get to you? Guess what? You can pick who you want to work with. You can attract the people that are like you, not like carbon copies of you, but are like-minded, that get the same things you get. That is what's so awesome, is that you get to wake up like, hey, I get to work out with my best friend. Like, that is great. You can't beat that. So you get to do whatever you want in your business because it's your business. So here's some rewards. We have tons of rewards for just helping people. Like, you are helping people change their lives, and hearing that they change their life because of you for better is an award in itself. Believe me, it gives you got chills just thinking of all the different stories of people saying that women saying they can finally cross their legs because they weren't able to do that for years, or that they are able to move out of their parents' house and create a life for their daughter, is because you introduced them to this opportunity. That is a reward. Some other cool rewards is commission. You earning this income. The income that I've earned, I was able to take my father, my aunt, my husband, my kids on a beach property. Our backyard was the beach with the pool in Mexico. And I told you earlier, I mentioned earlier that my family were migrant workers. They worked in the fields, they picked cotton. And my aunt was sitting there, and she's, almost 70, I won't say it, Theo, but she's older, and she was sitting there. She never even heard of Cancun before, and she was sitting there the first night eating, and she was like, never in my life when I was picking cotton would I think I'd be in a house like this on the beach, in the beach house. I've never even heard of Cancun. And I was holding back tears because I was able to do that for her, to give us our experience, to get her a passport. She never even had a passport before, and I was able to do that and get it stamped and take her somewhere because of the commission that I earned and the bonuses that I earned for growing my team and helping them do some of the same things as well. We get trips. We're going to be going to at a cruise pretty soon because I earned it, and it actually was free. Next year, we're going to be going to Punta Cana. We went to Disney World. I mean, we get all these awesome trips, free hotel stays in Coronado because of all the people that I've been able to help and my team that I was able to help. We earn these trips. You get tons of recognition. Let me tell you, Team Motivate is about recognition. We do it almost every day. Beachbodies loves recognition. We love to recognize people when they're doing just even the smallest things. We just love recognition because, who doesn't, right? And like I said, personal and learning and personal development is that is a reward. You just to enrich yourself and to learn so many things about yourself is probably another great reward in itself. So you get support. I know I hear so many people talk about they started a business or they joined something else and they just kind of get left. There's nothing there for them to do. You don't get left here. You may be in business for yourself. This may be your business and it's your responsibility, but you are not alone. You have a whole team just in Team Motivate. You also have the whole network in corporate that provides so many opportunities to learn and to be better as a coach, as a person, just learning constantly. There's podcasts that teach us more about Shakeology. We are so much knowledge for us to learn. So we have training tools. We have quick starts. We have a Coach Basics that, our team runs every month. We have the Coach Training Academy. There's online self-training. We have marketing tools that you can use. There's tons of communications we have an online private group for our team. Beachbody uses Facebook to announce things and to provide trainings, and corporate gets together certain people and create masterminds. So you're not alone. There's always somebody to support you to become better. Everybody wants you to be better in this business. There's no this is my idea, no, it doesn't work that way. And I know in corporate America it was always that cutthroat, and trying to outbeat the other one. It doesn't work that way. Because we all know that even if I'm sharing what was successful to me, it's not going to take a client away from me, because I'm the only Teresa, I'm the only T, and somebody's going to relate to me and they're going to relate to you. Just because we're sharing the same tools doesn't mean I'm going to lose anything and you're going to lose anything. It doesn't work that way. So totally online support everywhere. So what you going to expect from my team, from our team, when you join us? You getting ready to join tonight? This is what you're going to expect when you join. We have a new coach training. It's a self-paced training that we get you in there, and you can get through those as you need to, as get yourself familiar, figure out how you're going to be working this business and when you're going to be working this business. We have an advanced coach training. There's weekly team calls, weekly team trainings from corporate, from, the team, just different ways of sharing tools and how to do things and how to talk to people, because it's all new. This is new. We get it. And so we share how to do these different things. We do team building events. We do leadership training. Like I mentioned earlier, we have a Facebook page, a private one, where we can talk amongst each other to get ideas and brainstorm. Recognition. We love it. And we create these strong, supportive relationships. Like I said, I my best friends I probably have never met. And I'm so grateful for them, not just because they were coaches or teammates, but business partners, because I have some amazing friendships that I would never have had. And, I finally feel like I'm in my place. I found my place in the world with people who are like me, which growing up where I grew up and the places that I've lived, I was always an outsider because I just didn't fit in. I didn't look like everybody. I was a little different. I was a little off. But with this, I was able to meet people that are like me and finally find my place. Like, this is where I belong. I've been missing this for 30 some years. I'm so happy to be here. And that's what you get. That's what you're going to expect from our team when you join us. So, okay, I told you all this stuff about where I came from and how everybody can be a coach if they want to work. The big question. Well, okay, now I'm a coach. What do I do, right? Okay, so there's a lot to it, but just to break it down really simple, we have 3 vital behaviors that we follow, okay? We have 1 vital behavior. Number 1 is to invite. We're always constantly finding people to invite to something, whether it's to learn about the business or learn about a workout or just be our friend, like just meeting new people, not just because we're going to sell something to them, but because we just want to meet people. This is a business about building relationships. And so we're always inviting, sharing things with people, just getting the word out about what we have, but just meeting people and building relationships and finding people that you're going to connect with and have that connective tissue with. That is our first vital behavior. Our second vital behavior is being proof that the product works. You have to be using the workouts. You have to be drinking Shakeology. I'm sorry. I in the beginning, I was just like, yeah, you can. No, I'm going to be honest with you. If you want somebody to purchase something from you and believe in you and trust in you, you have to be using them, okay? That's just the bottom line. You have to be using them. For whatever reason, you can't drink Shakeology. We have the performance line. We have other supplements. But like I did mention before, there's so many coaches out there. So why is somebody going to buy something from you if you're not even using it yourself? Like, how is that building that trust? So you need to be proof that the product works. And that means not just using them, but you have to share that you're using them and your experience with them. And even if you don't like it, like I said, we have workouts for everybody. Doesn't mean I like every single one of the workouts. And I'll be honest, maybe it wasn't my cup of tea, I love PiYo, but I could never do a full 60 days of PiYo. I love adding it in here and there, but that's just my personality. Some other people, they can't stand dancing or they can't stand, Tony Horton or whatever. Doesn't mean you have to do every single workout, but you have to find something that you like and share that experience and show that it works when you do it. Being proof that the product works. The third vital behavior, this is something that always gets kind of missed, is personal development. And reading and listening and doing something to make yourself better is going to only make you a better leader and a better coach and even a better wife and a friend and a mother and a father. It just makes you a better person. It makes you a better version of you. And when you're a better version of you and you're taking care of you, you can take care of other people. So those are the 3 things that we focus on every day. And we have different steps and we have checklists, to-do lists of what you do every day. You can split it up into an hour, 2 hours a day, however you fit it into your life. But these are the things that we do as a coach. And by doing those, we have something called Success Club. And that is just the way we measure how many people's lives we're changing. And so that's really a big focus on us. We try to have a goal. If you're using this as a business, if this is something that you want to really earn income or make it your full-time income, you want to be helping at least 3 people every month, new people start their journey and help them complete their journey. That's what we want to do. That is what we do as a coach, so that you're helping somebody be a better version of themselves while you're working on yourself to be a better version of you and creating the income and the legacy that you want for your family. That all comes together, and that is what we do as a coach. So that is, I know a lot of people are asking that or thinking that, and I hope I was able to answer that question. So, you guys ready? Are you ready to join? I know you're ready. So the person that got with you or invited you to watch this recording, this is the options that you have to join as a coach. So you can start with the Kickstart, and I have them in order of what I believe is the best way to get your business going. So number 1 is to get a Kickstart Challenge Pack. So the Kickstart Challenge Pack gives you a savings of getting the whole bundle together. Plus, there's a $40 enrollment fee, and that gets waived when you get a Kickstart Challenge Pack. So you get the 3-day refresh, a fitness program of your choice, your first shipment of Shakeology on Home Direct, and a trial month of the Team Beachbody Club subscription, which basically is you get access to the streaming on demand of the workout you purchase, plus tons of other ones that are in that on demand. The reason why I believe this is the best way to start your business is with the 3-day refresh. So in 3 days, you're going to get some instant results. So it's going to get a kickstart into your fitness journey, but also a kickstart into your business that you can start sharing. Remember, Vital 2, sharing, being part of the product and sharing that, you're going to get some amazing results in 3 days, and you can start sharing that with your friends and family and social media and get a buzz going. And then you continue with the fitness program that you started in drinking your Shakeology. The second is getting a challenge pack. So basically the challenge pack and Kickstart is the exact same thing minus the 3-day refresh that you get with the Kickstart one. So you get the challenge pack, same way. It's a very good way to start off, and you get that $40 waived, that $40 sign-up fee waived when you get the challenge pack. You know, you pick your fitness program. So you get with the person that invited you to watch this, and you guys can figure out what fitness program is going to be best for you and what flavor of Shakeology you're going to love to start with. The third option, maybe you already have one of our workouts. Great. You just need to get Shakeology. You can get Shakeology on Home Direct, and then you pay the $40 sign-up fee. Or if you already have Shakeology and you're ready for a new workout, you can just get the fitness program plus the $40 sign-up fee. But I want to mention, every month we have a promotion going on with one of our top and new fitness programs. So a lot of times, if you're going to get Shakeology and then pay that $40, some of our programs, if you get the challenge pack, is the same amount as the Shakeology plus the startup fee. So check with the person who invited you to find out what is the best. So there is an ongoing business service fee, and that is the $15.95. You pay that every month. That is the one thing that's required of a coach. Sales is not required. You don't need to stock up on products. You don't need to do any of that stuff, but you do have to pay this. Then this is what it covers. It covers the media and promotion and brand awareness. A lot of people do not know who we are. You get 3 websites. So it pays for that hosting of that. You get an online office, which is your hub for your business. Product warehousing. Like I said, you don't have to buy a whole bunch of product and stock it and sell it. You don't have to do that. You just give them that website that they assign to you, and people can order from there. Customer service, you don't have to worry about any of that, or technical support, marketing, communications, all the training, and Success on Demand, which is the Success magazine, entrepreneur magazine that we get subscription to. So that's $16 a month covers all of that, which is a pretty good deal, because I know a lot of different business opportunities, you have to buy a whole bunch of stuff and then hopefully you sell it. You don't have to worry about that. You just buy your own stuff. And then we have a goal. Our goal is, as soon as we get going, is that you want to help as much people as you can so that you can pay for your own Shakeology and your own product. So, we don't want you losing any money, getting off here, but we can help you get there. So in the next 24 hours, the person that invited you are going to follow up with you, okay? And they're going to ask you these 3 questions. What did you like most about the presentation? You're going to say it was me, right? Just kidding. The second thing they're going to ask you is, does Beachbody feel like it would fit into your life and to help you achieve your goals that you have, what your financial goals, your fitness goals? So think about that one, because they're going to ask you that. And then which option appeals to you, to be a coach or a customer? So you can talk to them about that. So one thing I want you to think about as we leave here is, I want you to think about, what can becoming a coach do for you? Like, how is it going to change your life? Think about that. Like, really think about what it can do for your life. Don't put roadblocks, really think about your dreams and what it can do for you. I always wanted a dream of staying home with my children whenever I had them, but I just didn't think that was ever going to be possible, because I didn't know what else I would do besides be a programmer and work for somebody else. I'm so glad that I got out of that box. The other thing is, start thinking about, who can you help? Who do you think could use help? Everybody. And who do you think could be a good business partner? So think about that. And the last thing is, what are your goals and your dreams? Like I said, don't limit yourself. Don't put the walls of what you can do in your life and the legacy that you can leave for you and your family. Think big, dream big, and talk about that to the person who invited you. So You know what? Talk to the person that invited you, have that person reach out to you and give them all the questions. You can reach out to me and we can talk even more. I hope you enjoyed this. Have a wonderful day.